Hey everyone, Token Dave over here, the dorky token black guy that's just trying to get by. And welcome to another edition of Comic Book Character Origins. Here I explain the origins or the first appearance of a particular superhero or supervillain directly from the source comic book material, having little or nothing to do with what's displayed in a movie or a TV series. Before I do a CCO, I'm wondering, has anyone noticed that I'm wearing another gray shirt for a CCO? Well, if you notice, I wore a gray shirt for my Hulk CCO, primarily because, basically, that's how the Hulk originally appeared in the comics. He was gray. Same thing with Iron Man. Iron Man's original iron suit was in all gray. Well, it was really iron, but the way it appeared in the comic books, it appeared gray. So, with that out of the way, let's dive in to the origins of Iron Man, which are seen in if I remember correctly, Tales of Suspense, issue number 39. Oh yeah, Tales of Suspense, issue 39, right. So, basically, Tony Stark is in a small laboratory in his estate in Long Island at the moment, and he's actually being visited by a high-ranking member of the military, not a general. I can't remember if the guy's a lieutenant, a high-ranking lieutenant commander, or just a commander. I keep forgetting. But neither here or there, and yes, I keep forgetting even though I reread this a few days ago. Yeah. Anyway, neither here or there. His experiment is with a small transistor that is able to basically bend and remove a steel door, a thick steel door. And the military person sees this and is marveled at it and wonders if it could actually be used for the military to help in the fight in the Vietnam War. And Stark, being the type of person that he is, always wants to do a field test, but he likes to supervise his field test in person and on the actual grounds. Now, at the same time, we have a dictator named Wang Chu who has just raided and taken over a village, and in his own arrogance and his own sense of pride, he tries to fashion himself as not only a general that stands behind and leads the charge, but someone that prides himself on his hand-to-hand combat prowess, well, wrestling prowess, and he challenges the best fighters of every village that survives. Well, the best fighter of this village did survive and took on Wang Chu, but eventually got defeated and then killed. So now we are in another area of Vietnam where Stark has a 24-hour escort of a huge military brigade, but they are ambushed by Wang Chu's army, and basically the escort is all killed off. However, Stark survives, but he actually takes a bit of the brunt of an explosion and has some shrapnel that's shot into his body. When he's taken to a hospital, Wang Chu is informed that the shrapnel will get to his heart and will eventually kill him. Wang Chu, seeing this and knowing who Stark is, wants him to build weapons for him that will allow him to win the war, promising Stark that after he does this, he'll actually heal Stark and Stark would live, explaining that the whole shrapnel in the chest is going to go to his heart and kill him. Stark, realizing that the guy's full of it because he would have helped him to maintain it longer so that he could definitely do a better job with some equipment. However, Stark himself is like, you know what, I'll still do this anyway. He plays along, and because what he's actually doing is he decides to build something that will help him with the shrapnel, but also allow him to escape. And within doing so, basically, while he's in this basically rinky-dink type of prison slash lab, he is given assistance by a professor that was also kidnapped and everything. And I forgot the guy's name, but Stark says that he actually used to read about him in college and everything. And basically, Yinsen, that's what his name is, Yinsen. Professor Yinsen. And Yinsen, is refusing to help Wang Chu, but Stark tells him, listen, Yinsen, I'm actually working on something to help me escape, an armored suit that will not only help me escape, but will help me combat these guys and everything, and I will definitely need your help. So, Yinsen and Stark are working on the Iron Man suit and everything, as well as a chest plate that will actually, like, basically prevent as much of the poisoning of the shrapnel going to his heart and all. Well, basically, they've built a machine, but they need more power and more juice for it, and basically, the guards are coming in for Iron Man. Well, for Stark. Yinsen sacrifices himself, giving Stark more time to charge the armor and everything, and when Stark emerges, he not only defeats the military prison guard, but he sees that Wang Chu is actually wrestling people from another village, and Stark comes out and he himself challenges Wang Chu, and he defeats Wang Chu. Wang Chu, being the gracious loser that he is, tells the military to fire on Stark, but the bullets have no effect and everything, and Stark eventually catches up to Wang Chu again, and not only defeats and kills him, but sets his whole military brigade on fire. And thus, Iron Man, realizing that basically all the weapons that he's created and everything, he can actually, when he gets back to the United States, he'll be able to create more weapons to actually, like, you know, and instead of selling them off to the highest bidder, he'll create weapons for defensive purposes, but not solely sell them to the government. Instead, find other private ways to combat tyranny. And that is the comic book character origins of Iron Man in Tales of Suspense issue number 39. And when I do the review of, when I both do my review and my adaptation application of Iron Man, you'll see why I scored the AA and the movie very high, because it is very close to the origins of the comic book and everything. But did you guys like the video? Did you guys like the origins? Did you already know of the origins or anything other than what you saw in the movie? Instead, let me know. Oh, and one more thing. I need to make something clear. Iron Man was one of my favorite superheroes when I was a kid, you know, and the reason why I got into Iron Man was because my mom actually loved the Iron Man cartoon in the 60s, and Iron Man was created to be a symbol of what the average American was against. A billionaire and everything that had ways and means and was basically, you know, not of the people, basically detached and all. But ironically, Iron Man became very popular, not with the men, but women. And it was female comic book leaders that were actually, like, you know, made his sales, like, you know, increase and basically continued his popularity for a longer time. Hence why Iron Man became the leader of the Avengers. But that's a story for another time. You got any other comments that you'd like to add? Drop them below. Give me a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, this is Token Dave, the dorky token black guy, is just trying to get by. I'll catch you guys later.